Good mornings, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you something. Success ain't about making noise. It ain't about showing off before the work is done. No, success is about discipline. It's about sacrifice. It's about doing what needs to be done when nobody's watching. See, we live in a world where people want to broadcast their every move. Social media got folks thinking that success happens overnight. Post a picture, get some likes, and boom, you've made it. But let me ask you, how many of you are willing to work when the cameras are off? When nobody is there to clap for you? When the struggle gets real? That's the difference between those who dream and those who achieve. Success is not a product of momentary effort, nor is it defined by how many people are watching when you put in the work. True success is built in silence, forged in discipline, and strengthened through an unwavering commitment to self-improvement. In today's world where social media has created an illusion of instant gratification, many people have become more concerned with broadcasting their efforts rather than actually putting in the time and energy required to achieve greatness. The desire for recognition, validation, and praise has led many to focus more on the perception of success rather than the process of earning it. However, those who truly excel understand the power of discipline over display. They recognize that greatness is not achieved by seeking applause, but by dedicating themselves to the work regardless of who is watching. Discipline is the foundation of all success. It is the ability to stay committed to a goal, to put in the work day after day, even when there are no immediate rewards. It means waking up early to train when no one else is awake. It means staying up late to perfect your craft when others have called it a night. It means sacrificing short-term pleasures for long-term gains. Discipline is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. It is easy to talk about success, to tell the world about your ambitions, to post about your efforts on social media. But discipline requires action. It demands consistency. It requires that you keep working, not because someone is watching, but because you are committed to the journey. The problem with seeking recognition before results is that it can create a false sense of accomplishment. When people receive praise for their intentions rather than their achievements, they may feel as if they have already succeeded, leading them to lose motivation. They may spend more time curating an image of success rather than actually working towards it. Social media is filled with people who talk about their grind, who post motivational quotes, who showcase glimpses of their efforts, but very few actually commit to the work required to turn their dreams into reality. Real discipline means keeping your head down and grinding, knowing that the results will speak for themselves in due time. Think about the greatest athletes, the most successful entrepreneurs, the most skilled artists. They did not spend their time seeking applause for their training sessions or their struggles. They simply worked. Michael Jordan did not need to tell the world about his practice routine. He showed up on the court and proved it with his performance. Elon Musk did not build Tesla and SpaceX by making empty promises. He put in years of work behind the scenes before the world saw the results. The same principle applies to anyone striving for success. You do not need to announce your every move. You do not need to prove anything to anyone. The only thing that matters is the effort you put in when no one is watching. Discipline is also about understanding that real success takes time. Many people expect instant results, and when they do not see immediate rewards, they become discouraged. This is why so many people quit before they reach their goals. They want success to be quick, easy, and glamorous, but success is often slow, difficult, and unglamorous. It requires years of hard work, patience, and resilience. Those who are disciplined do not allow the lack of immediate results to deter them. They understand that every small effort, every unseen hour of work, every sacrifice made is building towards something greater. They do not rush the process, they trust it. The temptation to showcase progress too soon can also be dangerous. Announcing goals before they are fully realized can sometimes create unnecessary pressure and expectations. It invites opinions, criticisms, and distractions that can take away from the focus needed to achieve real progress. When you work in silence, you protect yourself from the noise of the outside world. You give yourself the space to grow without interference. You build a foundation so strong that when the time comes to reveal your success, there is no doubt that it is real. When you choose discipline over display, you also build a stronger character. You develop patience, resilience, and self-reliance. You learn to value the process rather than just the outcome. You understand that true confidence comes not from what others think of you, but from knowing that you have put in the work. You do not need to prove yourself to anyone because your results will speak for themselves. There is immense power in silence. When you work hard without seeking attention, you build a reputation based on substance rather than appearance. People will recognize your dedication, not because you told them about it, but because they can see it in your work. They will respect you not for what you say you will do, but for what you have already done. And when success finally comes, it will be undeniable. Success is not something that needs to be announced. It needs to be proven. The most powerful statements are not made with words, but with results. In a world where people often seek attention for their efforts before they have accomplished anything, those who focus on their work instead of broadcasting their progress stand out the most. True success doesn't come from telling people what you are going to do. It comes from showing them what you have already done. Letting results speak for you is not just a mindset, it's a way of life that sets apart the truly great from those who are just seeking validation. Many people believe that talking about their plans will somehow make them more real. They announce their goals, they share their dreams, they talk about their ambitions as if speaking them aloud will bring them to life. But the truth is, words alone do nothing. Action is the only thing that matters. There is a certain energy that is lost when you spend too much time telling people about what you intend to do rather than focusing on actually doing it. The more you talk, the more you give yourself a false sense of accomplishment, as if speaking about your plans is the same as executing them. But the reality is, success is not built on words. It is built on effort, discipline, and persistence. The greatest achievers in history did not waste time seeking validation before they had results to show. They worked in silence, they dedicated themselves to their craft, and when the time came, their results spoke so loudly that the world had no choice but to take notice. When Thomas Edison was working on the invention of the light bulb, he was not constantly updating the world on his progress. He was not concerned with telling people how close he was or how many experiments he had conducted. Instead, he focused on the work, failing thousands of times before he finally succeeded. And when he did, the results spoke for themselves. His invention changed the world forever, not because he talked about it, but because he made it happen. The same principle applies to anyone striving for greatness. If you want to be a successful entrepreneur, do not spend all your time talking about the business you are going to build. Start building it. If you want to be an athlete, do not just tell people how hard you are training. Put in the hours and let your performance on the field or the court do the talking. If you want to be an artist, a musician, a writer, or anything else, do not rely on promises and plans. Let your work prove your talent. One of the most common traps people fall into is seeking approval before they have results to show. They want encouragement. They want recognition. They want people to believe in them. But the truth is, belief does not come from words, it comes from evidence. People do not truly respect those who only talk. They respect those who deliver. When you allow your work to speak for itself, you do not need to convince anyone of your potential. Your results will do all the convincing for you. There is a quiet power in letting your actions do the talking. When you show up every day and put in the effort without seeking applause, you build a foundation that is unshakable. You develop a reputation for being someone who is reliable, hardworking, and focused. And when the results finally start to show, there will be no need for explanations or justifications. People will see the truth for themselves. Another reason why it is better to let results speak for you is that premature announcements can create unnecessary pressure. When you tell everyone about your goals too soon, you invite expectations, judgments, and even doubts from others. This added pressure can make it harder to focus on the actual work because you become more concerned with meeting external expectations rather than staying true to your own process. When you work in silence and let your results do the talking, you free yourself from the weight of other people's opinions. You are no longer working to impress others. You are working for the sake of your own growth and achievement. Letting results speak for you also eliminates the risk of over-promising and under-delivering. Many people get caught up in making bold claims about what they will achieve, only to fall short when reality sets in. When you constantly talk about your plans but fail to execute them, you lose credibility. People stop taking your words seriously because they have heard it all before. On the other hand, when you focus on action and allow your work to showcase your abilities, you build a reputation based on trust and authenticity. People will know that when you say you are going to do something, you mean it, because your past results have proven it. Another important aspect of this principle is that it allows you to maintain focus. When you spend too much time trying to prove yourself to others, you divert energy away from the work itself. Success requires deep concentration, dedication, and the ability to shut out distractions. Constantly seeking recognition can be one of the biggest distractions of all. It takes away from the time and effort you should be putting into your craft. When you shift your focus away from external validation and toward internal progress, you become more efficient, more productive, and ultimately more successful. Some of the most influential people in the world today understand this principle deeply. They do not waste time making noise about their efforts. They simply deliver results. Take someone like Warren Buffett, for example. He does not constantly boast about his investments or seek attention for his strategies. Instead, he focuses on making smart decisions, and his long-term success speaks for itself. The same can be said for Serena Williams, who has never needed to tell people how hard she works. Her dominance in tennis has made that clear on its own. The most successful people do not need to announce their greatness because their achievements make it undeniable. They do not need to convince anyone of their worth because their results already demonstrate it. And the truth is, the more you focus on action rather than talk, the greater your impact will be. When you achieve something significant, people will notice. You will not have to seek recognition. It will come naturally. In today's world, where the pursuit of validation often takes precedence over the pursuit of success, it is crucial to understand the importance of avoiding distractions and remaining humble. The journey to success is a long and often challenging road, and seeking attention or external praise along the way can detract from the focus and energy required to achieve meaningful goals. When you prioritize the approval of others over your own progress, you risk allowing distractions to steer you off course. There is a profound strength in staying humble and working quietly without broadcasting your every move, because it allows you to maintain the clarity and discipline necessary for sustained growth. When people start seeking external validation, they open themselves up to the opinions of others, both positive and negative. This creates an external pressure that can derail progress. Constantly seeking approval or recognition from others can make it difficult to stay on track and keep pushing forward when setbacks occur. You begin to work for the praise of others rather than your own sense of fulfillment or purpose. This can lead to a cycle of dependence on external recognition, which, when not received, leaves you disheartened and less motivated to continue your journey. When you operate in silence, you take away the need for external validation, and your sense of accomplishment comes from within. Your internal motivation becomes the driving force, not the reactions of others. Furthermore, distractions from external sources can dilute your focus and make it harder to see the bigger picture. Social media, for instance, has become a platform where people often seek validation for their actions or progress, whether it be through likes, comments, or shares. The temptation to post about your achievements or to receive compliments can be overwhelming, but these distractions take away from the energy that could otherwise be directed toward building the next step in your success. The more time you spend showing others what you're doing, the less time you have for actually doing it. The constant need for feedback from others can turn a productive day into a series of fragmented moments spent checking notifications or worrying about how you're being perceived. This kind of attention-seeking behavior ultimately harms your ability to focus on what truly matters, the work itself. When you work quietly, you remove this external noise from your process. You put in the hours without worrying about how many people are noticing or commenting on your progress. You shift your focus away from validation and instead channel that energy into continuous improvement. Staying humble means focusing on the task at hand, remaining committed to your long-term goals, and not seeking affirmation at every turn. It is in this humility that you find the freedom to grow and evolve without the fear of judgment or failure. The people who genuinely achieve greatness do not look for praise or recognition along the way. They continue their work, knowing that success will eventually come to those who are patient and persistent. Humility also helps you stay grounded during the inevitable highs and lows that come with the pursuit of success. Success can sometimes inflate egos and make individuals believe that they are above the work or the struggle. But humility reminds you that success is not a destination, it is a continuous journey. No matter how much you achieve, there is always room for improvement, always another level to reach. Those who remain humble understand that even after they reach one milestone, there are more challenges ahead. Humility keeps you open to learning, growing, and adjusting when necessary. It allows you to accept feedback, face your mistakes, and make necessary changes without letting pride get in the way. It is humility that helps you navigate the inevitable obstacles and setbacks with grace and resilience. In contrast, when you seek attention or praise, you risk falling into the trap of arrogance or complacency. Some people, when they experience a little success, begin to think that they have made it. They stop pushing themselves and start basking in the praise of others. This complacency can quickly lead to stagnation. Humility, on the other hand, ensures that you remain hungry for growth, even when you've already achieved something remarkable. It keeps you focused on the bigger picture and reminds you that the pursuit of excellence is a lifelong process. Humility allows you to keep striving, keep improving, and keep pushing forward. Additionally, working in silence and avoiding distractions also means protecting your energy from negativity. When you are constantly seeking attention or sharing every step of your journey with the world, you expose yourself to not only praise, but also criticism. The opinions of others, especially those who may not fully understand your journey, can cause self-doubt and even derail your progress. Every negative comment or unconstructive critique can weigh heavily on your mind and shift your focus from the work to the external forces trying to pull you off track. By working in silence, you insulate yourself from unnecessary criticism. You remain true to your own path, and your energy remains directed at the only thing that truly matters, the work itself. Moreover, staying humble means that you recognize that you don't know it all. Success is never a straight line, and there are always new lessons to be learned. If you are constantly talking about your accomplishments, it can create an illusion that you have already arrived. Humility allows you to stay open to new ideas, new opportunities, and new ways of doing things. It keeps you willing to learn and adapt, which is essential in an ever-changing world. The most successful people know that their journey is far from over, and that there is always more to learn, regardless of how much they have already achieved. This open-minded approach allows them to stay ahead of the curve and continue evolving, which is the key to long-term success. When you work in silence and avoid distractions, you also create an environment of focus and clarity. Working without the constant need for validation or acknowledgement helps you tune out the noise of the world and tune into your own purpose. You get to concentrate on what truly matters, doing the work, improving yourself, and moving closer to your goals. In this environment, it is easier to find inspiration and creativity because you are not weighed down by external expectations. Your mind is clear and your thoughts are centered on the path ahead. This space for creativity and focus is crucial in making meaningful progress towards success. Lastly, the value of staying humble and avoiding distractions is that it builds a legacy that speaks for itself. The most successful individuals in history did not need to boast about their accomplishments. Their achievements were so profound and impactful that they spoke volumes. When you focus on the work and remain humble, your success becomes the loudest statement you can make. Your work will be remembered, not because you told people about it, but because you let it stand on its own. Through humility and focus, you build a reputation that will outlast any fleeting moment of external praise or recognition. Success is a long-term game, and those who truly understand this know that it's not about achieving immediate results, but about building something meaningful over time. The path to greatness is rarely a quick one. It is filled with setbacks, challenges, and moments of doubt. However, success comes not from instant gratification, but from the ability to endure, to keep pushing forward, and to stay committed to the process, even when results seem distant. Patience, therefore, is one of the most crucial traits anyone striving for success must cultivate. It's easy to get discouraged when progress isn't as fast as you want it to be, especially in today's world where we are constantly surrounded by people who seem to be achieving things quickly and effortlessly. But real success takes time, and those who are patient understand that the journey is just as important, if not more important, than the destination. Patience in the face of adversity is a sign of strength. When things aren't going according to plan, it can be tempting to give up or switch to something else, searching for the next quick fix. In the age of instant messaging, on-demand streaming, and rapid delivery, waiting for something to materialize can feel like a burden. Yet the reality is that the best things in life take time to cultivate. Just like a tree needs years to grow strong and tall, your dreams and goals require careful nurturing over time. It's the consistent effort put forth in the quiet moments when no one is watching that lays the groundwork for future success. Those who embrace patience understand that every small effort, no matter how seemingly insignificant, contributes to the bigger picture. What's often overlooked is that the journey itself is where the real growth occurs. When we focus only on the end goal, we miss the lessons along the way, the experiences that shape our character, skills, and resilience. Patience allows us to develop the strength and wisdom necessary to handle the responsibilities that success brings. Without the experience gained through the process, we may find that achieving success too quickly leaves us unprepared for what follows. It's the struggle, the hard work, and the persistence that prepare us to handle the challenges that will inevitably arise when we reach our destination. Patience is what allows us to learn and grow, to adjust our strategies, and to build the foundation for lasting success. In many ways, success is about enduring the moments when progress feels slow or even non-existent. Those who give up too soon often miss the breakthrough that comes just after the point where they considered quitting. The most successful individuals in history have faced immense challenges, setbacks, and even failure. But what set them apart was their ability to stay the course. They did not give up when things got tough. Instead, they kept working, even when the results weren't immediate. They trusted the process, knowing that each small step brought them closer to their ultimate goal. Patience is not just about waiting, it's about continuing to put in the work, even when the results aren't yet visible. Moreover, patience also involves understanding that success is not a one-time achievement. It is a continuous process of improvement and adaptation. There is no final destination in the pursuit of excellence. Those who achieve great success know that there will always be something more to strive for. The key is to stay patient and remain committed to lifelong growth. Just because you achieve something today does not mean you can stop working. Success is a moving target, and only those who continue to adapt, evolve, and push forward can maintain their success over time. This ongoing process of improvement is what separates those who are truly successful from those who simply achieve temporary success. Patience also teaches the value of delayed gratification. In a world where instant rewards have become the norm, it's easy to forget that the best things in life often require waiting. Whether it's the hours of practice required to master a skill, the years of effort needed to build a business, or the time invested in personal growth, success is not something that can be rushed. Delayed gratification is about resisting the urge for immediate rewards and instead focusing on the long-term benefits. It's about understanding that the sacrifices made today will pay off tomorrow. Those who understand the importance of patience know that there is a greater reward for those who can endure and stay focused on the bigger picture. The ability to remain patient and committed to the process also helps to reduce the risk of burnout. When we try to rush success, we often push ourselves too hard, leading to exhaustion, stress, and a loss of motivation. But when we embrace patience, we give ourselves the space to work at a sustainable pace. We can put in the effort without overburdening ourselves, knowing that success will come in time. This approach helps us stay energized and motivated over the long haul, allowing us to keep going even when the finish line seems far away. Patience teaches us to pace ourselves, to recognize when we need rest, and to maintain our energy so that we can continue working toward our goals without burning out. Furthermore, patience helps us to build resilience in the face of setbacks. No one reaches the top without encountering obstacles along the way. The road to success is often filled with unexpected challenges that test our resolve. Patience allows us to face these challenges with a clear mind, to take them in stride, and to learn from them. When we are patient, we are less likely to become discouraged by setbacks. Instead, we use them as opportunities to learn and grow. This ability to remain calm and focused, even in the face of adversity, is what ultimately leads to long-term success. It's the person who refuses to give up, who understands that failure is just a part of the journey, who eventually achieves their dreams. The patience required for success is not passive. It's an active form of patience, where you continue to work hard, improve, and make progress, even when the outcomes aren't immediately apparent. It's a commitment to putting in the work day after day without needing constant recognition or immediate rewards. It's understanding that success is a process, not a destination, and that the most meaningful achievements come from the consistent effort made over time. Ultimately, those who achieve lasting success are those who understand that there is no shortcut to greatness. It takes time, effort, and patience. They embrace the long journey, knowing that it's the hard work put in during the quiet, uncelebrated moments that will eventually yield the most profound results. Success is built over time, not in a rush. And those who are willing to stay patient and committed will be the ones who truly make a difference.